There's more, folks. We've got some Limp Bizkit, and this is their Greatest Hits album, which is called Greatest Hits with a Z on the end instead of an S. And this is their project. So this album consists of 4 albums from 1997 to 2003. And those albums are called $3 Bill, Y'all, Significant Other, Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, and then Results May Vary. Now, really, with this project, this signifies a lot of things because after this Greatest Hits album, Limp Bizkit disappeared until 2011, and we haven't heard anything after that. So the the opinion on rap metal is that it really burnt out after about 2002, 2003 or 4 or so. And I've looked around, there just wasn't that much rap metal or new metal that was around after about late 2003 or so. So it's pretty obscure 2004 and beyond. And I think that this kind of slowed a lot of momentum for Limp Bizkit. But the whole thing is, the weaknesses I see in this project is I think even they got sick of the metal songs that they did, like the ferocity of. You're going to notice quickly that Significant Other and Chocolate Starfish are the most fiery and the most potent songs on this release, and the albums in general are that way. But the main thing is, I think they were kind of in a rut just because they could not flip the angle or come at you from a different angle and be able to make songs that had chart appeal. Because I looked up their chart history. Not many of their songs got further than about 50 on the Billboard Hot 100. And a lot of times, I know the rock charts are different, but the success was kind of graded in a certain way, and it says, well, people just got tired of it, and I do think that, not having a different angle to go from besides these metal songs was kind of a problem. But they did make some attempts. These are the songs that I don't like. I'll list a few of them. Faith and Behind Blue Eyes, Build a Bridge, Why, and Home Sweet Home. These are just a few of the records where they tried something different. Some of these are cover songs, but in a lot of ways, it was trying to embrace not just metal, but also pop rock and a little bit of southern, just hard rock type styles that people found on the radio. Because, if rap metal was a fad, it's just kind of seen where do you go from here. And it was hard to advance that subgenre, but it's just unfortunate that, the end of rap metal had to mean the end of Limp Bizkit as well. That's pretty much the only thing, which is, that this whole album symbolizes kind of a big question mark. I did it backwards in this, I did a question mark there. It kind of symbolizes, what are we going to do about rap metal losing popularity? So it's up to you what you think as far as whether or not you want to revisit this or even get excited about it again. But I do think that quite a few records, just because you listened to it several years back, does not mean it's completely boring now. This has a lot more ferocity than some of the stuff that you're going to hear on the radio. It's not meme dance associated. You don't have to worry. I mean, it's just got trying to put this in the correct way. It's yeah, I mean, it really is going to get you up out of your seat. You should find this quite engaging, I would think. But so that's where this record stands. Quite a few of it's good. So whether or not you can smoke to this, I think Break Stuff, Nookie, Rollin', My Way, Boiler, Eat You Alive. All of these have the fire in them. This is really, I've reviewed each one of these Limp Bizkit albums except for $3 Bill, and there's just a lot of stuff that that's pending. It's because I'm kind of on the fence about what I think of that record, but I'm going to try to put that up sooner or later. So, but yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's definitely fire, but it's just a question. I mean, that's one of the biggest things you have to ask as a musician is how do you keep things from getting, how do you keep a fad from burning out? It's not just wanting to be called a fad, but how to extend the life of a genre you've created. That's kind of the question. I think the main thing is just because the records were just not chart heavy. They were just too fierce and not enough, melodicness to them, which they did kind of do on Chocolate Starfish, but I don't know, that's about the only thing I can, yeah. Production is good. Break Stuff is one of my favorites. Nookie, Counterfeit, Rollin', My Way. These are some of the ones I like the most. The Unheard Songs, which are songs that you may not have heard, but probably need to take a listen to. So I like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 out of 17 songs I liked, and we're going to talk about the new songs. So let's get the songs you heard out of the way. I'm trying to figure out, okay, Counterfeit, Nookie, Break Stuff, Take a Look Around, My Generation, Rollin', My Way, Boiler, Eat You Alive. Those are all the 9... those are the 9 records that I enjoyed the most, and I think you guys will probably like. A lot of these you're going to have heard. It's the greatest hits. They put emphasis on the attention getters. Now, I've described the songs I didn't like, so that pretty much leaves the couple songs that are left. An Almost song, which is a song that I'm on the fence about, is Rearranged. I don't remember reviewing that last year, but things have gotten better since August. My life, I like things. So this song is changed for me, but it's still, it's just an Almost song. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't know what I thought about it before, but I like Significant Other a lot more than I did, so I'm trying to get across. The new songs. So Why, Lean on Me, Home Sweet Home. 2 out of 3 of these songs are not good. They really kind of slow the pace down quite a bit. It's just not what Limp Bizkit is known for, which is a huge disappointment because on Greatest Hits releases, you're supposed to add some new songs on there that are going to captivate your attention, make you want to buy things that you've already owned. So that's kind of what you're looking at. Why is really a slow record that feels pointless. Home Sweet Home is a cover that wasn't needed. But Lean on Me is brilliant. I mean, just the way that the production on that kind of has like a snaking feel that just is not seen. I don't recall hearing a Limp Bizkit song that did this sort of thing, but it's said that, well, you're just going to have to give the song a listen. I think that is, if it just had 2 other songs, I'd say that this is pretty much worth the purchase. But that was the lone song that was new that I liked. So I still felt like this was worth reviewing just for that one song. But the score, I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Just because obviously the quality of this record is good, but there's no excuse not to own these Limp Bizkit albums. Really, you're just getting 5 of the records. You're going to want more Chocolate Starfish. You're going to want more Significant Other. and different songs from results may vary. So it's just not quite the winning batch that I would have said, even though the songs are good. What this says is Limp Bizkit has more than 15 good songs, and they were not able to pick the right ones for this project. So, I know they wanted versatility, but the execution of that was subpar. So, yeah, so I give this album a 6.5. The future, Limp Bizkit's apparently working on something. The social score, I feel like the social score I'm gonna give a 8 social, which basically means how well it plays around others. I think a lot of folks, really, the only thing is the slower songs are just, there's people who do them better, and Limp Bizkit's probably not your cup of tea if you're trying to find something to mellow out to or something. So that needs to be known. I had a point that I wanted to say, but that's just it. I guess what I'm going to finish this off with is I really could have used just some of the fire, what Limp Bizkit was on in 2005, a break stuff as of 2005 type record, just gnarled energy. We could have used 2 new songs like that and it would have been killer. But those are my complaints. Subscribe for more fun. I give this album a 6.5 out of 10 and an 8 social.